Experts warn about the risks of letting children spend too much time in front of screens, right? We've talked about that so much the last few weeks here on the show. Crayola wants to remind us grown-ups to nurture their creativity kind of the old-fashioned way. So they have this new campaign. It's aimed at reuniting adults with their childhood works of art. Watch.
I can't believe you found this. I remember working on this with you.
That was supposed to be old me.
That's right.
Yeah.
At least 35 years since I'd seen this. Unreal.
Look at that. The crayon maker has about 1,000 pieces of childhood artwork that they've collected and they've displayed over the past 4 decades, launching now an online effort to return all of these pieces to the original artists. Some of the art, by the way, is on display here in New York City this weekend. I think that's maybe why we have the CEO of Crayola here in New York with us, Pete Ruggiero. Welcome, Pete. Good to see you. This is kind of a fun way of looking at crayons and Crayola. So what's the response been?
We help parents and educators raise creatively alive kids, and we've been trusted by parents and educators for more than 120 years with that responsibility. Creativity is very important. So we started some research with the Ad Council, and we found that 9 out of 10 parents wanted creativity to help develop their kids. They just didn't know how to integrate that into their lives. So we did this campaign for creativity so that we could learn more deeply about, one, how it is that those kids use creativity to get where they are, and 2, how they engage with their parents and teachers in that effort.
And how much does, I mentioned in the introduction, and we have done a lot of stories on screen time and the effect of all of that, played into maybe people going a little old school and saying, I need more of this, I need some more crayons in my life.
Yeah, it's actually, we've been hearing about how screen time was going to take away from coloring time, but it's actually just the opposite. Parents and teachers are constantly trying to give the child that opportunity to create with a crayon or create with a marker or create with a colored pencil. And it's such a very important part of their development.
Interesting. Did it change? You know, in other words, when the screens came in, what was the iPhone, 07? Did they go down for a while in terms of how many people would use crayons, and now it's coming back up because people realized they were spending too much time staring at their phone?
We actually saw an increase in the demand for our products as that happened, as parents doubled down to try to give their kids that opportunity.
I find the people who know the most about technology, a lot of times use that technology the least. They're probably, Silicon Valley, they probably love Crayola, you know? It's kind of interesting the way it works. Let me put this up from the New York Times on the benefits of coloring, because it's kind of interesting how the arts can benefit your mental health. I mean, this is serious when you think about the notion that art can improve mental well-being is something many people intuitively understand, but they can lose sight of, especially if we become disconnected from the dancing, creative writing, drawing, and singing we used to enjoy as children. That was like that woman in the clip we just played and said, boy, you know, you could see it in her face, is you forget how much you enjoy this kind of thing, I guess.
Yeah, we actually see an improvement in all aspects of development when a crayon is in a child's hand or when a crayon or a pencil's in an adult's hand. There's a cumulative effect in the benefits of the art with the development of the mind.
In what ways? Anxiety goes down?
Anxiety goes down, improved learning. There's a connection between the arts and between sciences and maths and technology, and it's enabled arts-infused education. It's enabled by the arts and by coloring.
So this can be displayed, we said here in New York and in other places, right? People can go, what's the...
Yes, we have an art gallery on West 23rd Street. It starts tonight, tomorrow, and Saturday, where all of that artwork, or much of that artwork, is on display. And we're very excited for many of those children who are now adults to be reunited with their artwork and to engage with their parents or their teachers, and who had such a great effect on their lives.
How could anybody be against this? We have all our stories somebody's against, but nobody's going to be against it. I just inflexively, because I've spent so many years covering business news, anytime I got a CEO sitting next to me, I have to ask a few economic questions if I can. So you're, you know, Crayola, but you have a pulse of what's going on in the country and the economy. Where do you see things right now? Where's our economy? What are you worried about with your business? Inflation? What's the state of things?
Inflation is difficult on our shoppers, but we do see that they're choosing to buy our products because our products are at the right price point. We're on the doorstep of our back-to-school season. At that time, there are 17 units of Crayola sold every second across U.S. retail. So we're very excited to have the Crayola crayons, markers, and pencils in the backpack for that first day of school and make it a special experience for our consumers.
You think, are things changing for the better or the worse with the consumer? Where do you see the consumer right now?
The consumer who's buying our products is not sacrificing buying Crayola. They are looking for the opportunities to trade into some of our products because they're affordable and they give a good experience for the consumer.
So thanks so much for watching. Just go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.